Welcome to this lesson. In this particular lesson, we are going to be treating the second clef. We treated the first clef, the G clef, earlier on. And if you have not watched that, please check that particular lesson in the list of the videos that we have already dropped. Now this particular lesson now is going to center on the second clef. The second clef we're talking about here is the clef that fixes the lower frequencies. Now while the first topic addressed the high pitch, the low pitch and the high pitch has to be known, and how to understand how to read the music for the high pitch and how to read the music for the low pitch. If you are able to read one staff and you're not able to read the other, there is a limit to how much you could express yourself or how much you could help another person express themselves that are reading the stave with you, particularly if you are a choir leader, if you are a music director, if you are a chorister and you come to the position that you need to help people to be able to interpret their music score, then it's important that you know both the treble stave and you know the bass stave. And again, if you are to play the instrument that requires low frequency, like if you are supposed to play a trombone, if you are supposed to play the horns, if you are supposed to play the double bass, if you are supposed to play the bass guitar, if you are supposed to play the instruments that has these low frequencies, it's important that you understand how to read this bass stave as well. If you are a female voice, you may be able to sing and use a treble stave most of the times, but when you come to playing instruments, it may not just limit you to playing the instrument that is written on the treble stave alone. For example, if you are playing any of the horns instruments, anybody could play that. And so it's important for you to be able to read and express yourself in that range as well. So as we come to this, I am going to tell you about 5 things that you should know about the bass or the F clef. Now the treble clef was treated in the first part of the lessons on clefs. If you haven't watched that, please go and watch that in the video list down below. It will help you to be able to comprehend what we are treating in this segment now. The clefs, what are their jobs? Their job is to fix the pitch. Without them fixing the pitch, you don't have those letter names there. This particular topic, as I said, we're treating 5 things that you should know about the F or bass clef. The F or the bass clef is this sign that you are seeing on the screen now. This particular sign you are seeing on the screen is the F clef, and that's what I'm going to be telling you 5 things about it. Straight to the point. Number 1, it fixes the stave for male voices or low frequency and deep sounding instruments. It fixes the stave for low frequency sounds. Male voices sound lower and deeper than female voices. And it fixes the stave for low frequency and deep sounding instruments. Number 2, it is fixed on the 4th line of the stave. It is fixed on the 4th line of the stave. It is not fixing any other line. You need to understand where the clefs are standing. Where are they standing? Are they standing on this space or this? You need to know exactly where, for it is that standpoint that you can reference it from. If you don't know where a clef is standing, you don't know the reference point. You don't know where to point to it as, okay, like this is where you are living. It has nothing to identify. I say, this is where I could find you if I'm looking for you. This is where you live. It's like these are the position that these clefs live. The next thing I'm telling you is that it was original letter F of the Roman alphabet. It's important because when it is brought into music, it does not change its name. It remains the same. And so you should know it that this letter was F, and wherever it fixes becomes F. Now there's something about this clef. This clef comes with two dots after putting the clef. As you see the sign now, you could see those two dots standing in between the third space and the fourth space of this stave that it is fixing. You could see those two dots. Those two dots cannot be separated from it because it's part of that sign, and it is very important part of it. So whenever somebody is writing it, it must include those two dots that are standing with it. One on the third space, the other one on the fourth space. Very important. Now, it is part of that letter. Next, that is like number 4 now. The letter fixed by it remains absolute as long as it is on that stave. The letter that this clef fixes remains absolute as long as it is on that stave. It means you can't change the naming of the letters. If it is a bass clef, whatever the letters are as in the order of the fixing, that is what you will see. For example, the F clef fixing the 4th line, it means that the 4th line is F. Then if you come down to the space below the 4th line, that happens to be the 3rd space, it has to be E. I'm reading the alphabet downward now. That means anti-clock. So F on the 4th line, E will be on the 3rd space, and then D will be on the 3rd line, and C will be on the 2nd space, and B will be on the 2nd line, and A will be on the 1st space, and G will be on the 1st line. This is reading the stave downward, reading it downward. Then if you read it upward from the 4th line again, which is F, the 4th space will be G, and the 5th line will be A, and above the 5th line will be B, and then you are now climbing past the bass stave. It's important to know the way the letters are read. When you read music alphabet on the stave, when you are climbing up, you are going in alphabetical order, climbing up. When you are climbing down, you are going anti-alphabetical, going down. And you need to know that. Now, having understood the way the letters are, you have known that the letters fixed by this clef remains absolute. Until you see any change of clef, the letters cannot change. Number 5. The bass clef has a distance of 9 degrees separate from the G clef, which fixes the 2nd line. These are the 5 things that you need to know about this clef. Remember, this is the sign, this is the clef, and this is what we are talking about. Number one, as I recap, it fixes the stave for low frequency instruments and for male voices. Number two, it is fixed on the fourth line of the stave, and that line becomes F. Number three, it was original letter F of the Roman alphabet. Original letter F of the Roman alphabet. Number four, the letters fixed by it remains absolute as long as it is on that stave. And finally, number five, the bass clef has a distance of 9 degrees apart from the G clef on top, which fixes the second line. And so, with all this, you should be aware of the letters of the stave when it is fixed by the F clef or the bass clef. Before we round up this class, I need to help you a little bit more by breaking down the way it should be. The way it should be. The way it should be is that you should have them in your memory. You should memorize them. Now, the letters should be known by you understanding this simple acronym. The simple acronyms are the breakdown of the lines and the spaces. Now let's separate the line from the spaces. You have the lines having these letters G, B, D, F, A. And we could use the words good boy does fine always. So once you pick up the letters that begin each word, you have the letters that make up the lines. Good boy does fine always. And that is G, B, D, F, A. You need to memorize that. Let's talk about the spaces. What are the things to quickly remember them? Okay, we say all cow eats grass. A is the first space. C is the second space. E is the third space. And G is the fourth space. These are the spaces of the bass clef. A, C, E, G. All cow eats grass. Very important that you use these acronyms to quickly remember the letter names of the lines and spaces. Because if you don't know the names of the lines and spaces, it will become difficult for you to tell which letter a musical note is standing upon when you begin to see music notes on the stave. But once you've memorized all these and they are part of you, they are like automatic facility, you can bring them up anytime. Then, whenever any note is placed on any of those positions, it will be easy for you to see, understand, and as you read it. So that's about this clef. Please, you need to subscribe, like, and click the notification bell that other videos that are going to be uploaded, other lessons that are coming up, you'll be able to see them as they come up. And make sure you don't just go through this video once and stop. If you don't understand, rewind back, go through it again, and comment. Tell us what you need to hear more or what you don't understand. If there is anything you don't understand as this lesson has gone, comment, tell us that, okay, I don't understand this part, can we explain more? And maybe in subsequent classes we could be able to bring up those your questions and reply and answer to them. So until then, keep reading your music, keep paying attention to the details of what you see on the music staff, keep improving.